can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at.
Welcome back, everyone, to This Is It. I am Corey Roy, back with the fam. My man, Phenom 202 and Hollywood DA. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
What's good, man?
Hey, man, you know, we are here. We have seen the episode today, episode 4 of Obi-Wan Kenobi series, starring my man Darth Vader, my young lady Leia, third sister Reva, and of course, the lady from Dorne from Game of Thrones. But either way, before we do anything, I just want to tell everybody, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to help this grow, because we are going to continue to give our thoughts and our reviews on this series. But hey, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Ali, episode 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I ain't to lie, man. It's not as high as I expected to be if somebody described it. I like the story behind it. Like, if somebody described this, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's good. Mm-hmm. I think the execution wasn't as great as I anticipated. That's all. Okay. All right.
That's fair. Phenom, what about you, brother?
The episode was meh. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny though. They had Leia like she was like a prisoner of war, Like they was like she was going 10-year-old. She wanted to get tortured, She won't give it up. Nothing. I was like, this shit is over the top. I was like, it's like Rambo or some shit. Like, you'll never take me alive. You're never giving up.
Right.
I was like, say, I got 9-year-old. I'd be like, you want Snickers? They'd be like, still telling everything. I was
like, where your dad at? You want this PS5?
So I was about to say, it would have took my.
Oh man. So I really I've been enjoying Obi-Wan. This episode is not as high as the previous episode where Darth Vader. I really love the previous episode with Darth Vader, but I really did enjoy this episode as well, mainly for me because I'm seeing the transition of Obi-Wan going through his story and how he's slowly becoming the old Obi-Wan that we knew in Attack of the Clones and during the Clone Wars. So I was excited about this, but I will say that there are some moments where there is some beats that may not quite go, the way I was expecting it. But overall, I still really enjoyed the episode. So I didn't really hate it too much. But you guys, before we get off that,
I don't want to say I hate it, though. Don't put words in my mouth. I ain't hate it.
Okay, my bad.
I didn't hate it. It was just like, not as good as the previous.
Good.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So Phenom, man, I'm going to go to you. Let's talk about Obi-Wan in this show, man. What were your thoughts about Obi-Wan over the whole episode as a whole, with him going to get Leia, making his way into the Inquisitorium? That's what I'm calling it, even though that's not what it's called.
I was just a roll with it. I was like, that's what it is.
It's called like the Fortress of Inquisitor or something like that. It's quite a tongue twister, but I'm gonna call it the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor. Fuck, I can't even say it now. But anyway. Him getting into the facility, him finding Leia, him starting to use his lightsaber for the first time, just everything with that, and even him escaping. What were just overall thoughts of Obi-Wan in this particular series?
So my first thought was, did he get his hand chopped off? Because when he was in the tank, it kind of threw me off when I was like, because they kept going back and forth between Vader and him in the tank to get him right. Right,
in the back of the tank, yeah.
Okay. The back of the tank. So I was like, hold on, I know he ain't missing no limbs. I've never seen without. But then he was going back and forth with Vader. But I thought the whole episode was kind of clunky. I did enjoy it. I got through it. But with him having PTSD in the tank, he didn't want to get healed all the way.
Yeah.
No, Leia missing. Him getting into like the plan to get into the Inquisitorium.
Yeah, the Inquisitorium.
That's what we're gonna go with.
That's what we're gonna go with.
It was kind of clunky. Then like Ice Cube's son was like,
oh yeah,
I was married to a Jedi. She died. They found her. I'll help y'all still.
Yeah. It did seem like a quick, like, I'm not in it for you guys, and then all of a sudden, I understand what you're going through. I'm in.
It
seemed a
little clunky.
Yeah. What about you, Ali, man? Your overall thoughts of Obi-Wan and just him in this series, this episode?
Just him in the series, in this episode. Like I said, I didn't mind it. There was a couple things, not his fault, as far as Like when Finn mentioned the plan to get in, he got in. He's saying, man, he came out the water. Yo, they opened up the door. He had dry hair, dry clothes. I was like, yo, this dude just was swimming.
His hands were slick back.
Yeah, he just came out like all dry. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? But that had nothing to do with him. But as far as Obi-Wan's story, I mean, I'm enjoying him coming back to life. You know what I mean? You know, from where he was. It's like he's put in these situations where he's got to do it, and he's coming through.
Yeah,
I
like the whole back to tank scene with him flashing back to Vader, and you seeing
Obi-Wan,
like and you see the stuff that you can see with Vader. Yo, he looks like he's in pain, and he looks like he's pissed, because he's in pain. And just being in that damn tank, yo, he looks angry because there's a moment where they zoom in on his eyes, and his eyes are red. It's really crazy if you go back and look at it, but I thought it was pretty cool. You're right. When he comes out of the ocean, he is dry as a bone. He should have had the hair slicked back like Pat Riley.
Well, maybe he took his lightsaber and started going like this around his head.
The ultimate hair dryer.
What did y'all guys think about him finding the tomb at the bottom of the Centurium of the Jedis that what did y'all think about that? That was something new that I had no idea about as well. I thought that was kind of like, damn.
That was crazy. Vader collecting them motherfuckers like baseball cards. He's like, yo, I just got them here. I got them all. Like, yo, that's wild that they keeping them. You know what I mean? That they keeping them. It's one thing to kill them, but they go ahead and put them on display. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Vader's a vicious dude, yo. Like, he got trophies for real.
Very vain. When I first saw it, I thought about, I know y'all didn't watch the last season of Dexter, but there's a character on the Dexter who was killing all these women, and he had like this chamber, like underground basement, and he had all these women pristine, like they were still living.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, that's kind of what it was like this.
You know what? Now that you said that, I never thought about that, but that's the horror in that situation, because I never thought it's almost like those serial killers that keep body parts of their victims in like those. I never thought about that, but that's how sick and twisted Vader is right now. He's keeping not even body parts; he's keeping the whole body.
I know what I'm saying. For real.
Actually, some of them's like this. Like action poses and shit. Yo, I was like, yo, this dude is sick, yo.
Yeah, he wild.
Yeah, damn, man. He's put him in. He done found some really cool way to freeze frame him, because you know what they did to Han Solo. This is way better than that. Like, the one they did to Han Solo, they call it the what did they call that damn thing? The hyperbaric chamber, I think that's what it was called. But don't get me lying.
But he was all grayed out and shit.
Yeah. These guys ain't grayed out.
Vader got you live and in color, full HD.
It's crazy.
We got the 4K going on here.
So then, Obi-Wan eventually finds Leia. I like this actual scene but right before that, Reva's going ham on Leia. And what did y'all think about that whole thing? I mean, Reva, Leia, just that whole situation
this is what frustrates me with what they're doing with Reva, yo. They're not doing her like no favors, man.
Not at all.
I'm talking about the writing staff and all that.
The writing,
they just want people to hate Reva, because I mean, it was almost like it just kept beating around the bush. She was like, yeah, they took stuff from me when I was young. Yeah, I was this. Yeah, you can't trust anybody. But what is it? Like, just tell us what it is just driving you to be what it is. At some point, you gotta, like, all this just vagueness, and I'm just mad is kind of, it's only 6 episodes. This is episode 4. Like, we still don't know her story. It's just her.
They don't make her a sympathetic figure. I mean, there's a lot of villains out there who you can see why they're mad. We don't know why she's angry.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. And you were starting to feel a little bit with what she was saying to Leia. Like, I know how it feels to be left. I know this and I know that. I thought they were actually going to start doing
this, giving us the story.
Giving us the story here. Like let me feel why she's that would have been perfect. A flashback, something. And then all of a sudden, because Leia doesn't want to tell her anything, there you go. The writing again. Immediately she goes to insane Reva.
Yeah.
And I'm going to poke these needles in your eyes because you ain't telling me what's going on. I'm going to kill you and torture you. I mean, it's such a switch left, but it's almost like they're driving it home one way so that she can make the bait and switch at the end. They're setting this up. I mean, the writing for her is so bad. I know now she's going to turn at the end. I know it's happening.
But they had the alley right here though, where they're talking to Leia, yo. She could have won it, even if you didn't do like a whole flashback as far as like on screen. She could have told a story.
Yeah.
Like, just like when I was a child, they came and then, like, she could have just did something. Not like that's the Leia. And it would have just intertwined with her trying to get on Leia's good side, you know what I mean, to get her to flip. Like, I mean, of course, we've seen that before, but, we all knew that Obi-Wan was going to come save her anyway. It's not like we don't know what's about to happen. We just we just enjoy the show. So you could have just threw something in there just to help out. But the vagueness is killing me, man. Yeah,
good part, man. What about you, Phenom?
I mean, like I said at the beginning, yo, I thought the banter between Leia and third sister was like, it was like she's arguing with a child, yo. And Leia's like, you never take me alive, you see. You're never going to get the information from me. I'm like, yo, it didn't make any sense. Why would Leia know anything?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not like she's an adult. It's not like she's paying attention, but she got this look on her face like, yeah, I know some shit, but I'm never going to tell you.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me.
That was the part that I was like, I don't know why they're hammering that home. I thought it would have been more realistic if she took the child because she knew that was going to bring Obi-Wan there.
Exactly.
Yeah, just do that.
But trying to interrogate this 10-year-old to give you some information is like, look, this is going to be just about as useful as a leaf falling out the tree. Yeah. Like, it's no good. It's and she's a child. If anything, she'll tell you what you want to hear because she's scared.
Yeah.
Whether it's the truth or not. So I thought her hammering that home and trying to get information out of her was a little too much.
Yeah, they kept and they just kept cutting back to it. I was like, man, we're gonna go to it like a second time, and then that third time. Oh, you want to tell me? I'm like, come on, yo. Like, let this go. Yeah. Like, that's not a good look, yo. You yelling at 10-year-old.
But it's another plot hole too, though. Like, when she was sitting there talking to her, like, with the writing, she was like, yo, what happened to Obi-Wan? He burnt up. How does Reva know he burnt up? Like, he didn't burn up because he got saved. Because Vader saw him get saved, so how would she know? And she was in the tunnel.
But Vader, passed some information along, Vader
saw him get picked up out the fire and escape.
But he still got burned up, player. Like, I can't hold that fight. She's lying to Leia.
She's lying to
she
Leia.
knows that Obi-Wan is alive. Like, she's like, but she was lying to her at that point. She was trying to get on like, it's only
she was trying to
us against the world type of shit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what I got out of her. I mean, I don't think she knew Obi-Wan was alive. She was just embellishing and trying to make Leia sound like, look, you're all alone now. Yeah. The one that it's only us. I know how it feels to be left. No one's coming for you. I mean, that's that good cop, bad cop. But the writing wasn't good to really pull that off well. And that's the thing. Our job in this story is to start to feel some sympathy for Reva because the switch is coming. Clearly, Reva was one of those younglings in one of the young Jedi in the very beginning. And most of the time when the best villains are the ones where you start to understand their story, why they're mad, why they're pissed off. Their actions and going about it are all bad, but you understand why they're pissed off. That's why everybody loves Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He is the worst of the worst right now, but everybody loves him because we understand why he is Darth Vader. He didn't really want to be Darth Vader. He really didn't.
Yeah.
He wanted to save the love of his life, and he got manipulated by Palpatine and to turn to the dark side to do it. And then he didn't want to be in the damn suit. If it was his choice, he would have rather been dead.
Yeah. And then
Palpatine put him in that damn suit to forever live in pain, and that suit is meant to be painful. So he hates this shit. So he's mad at Obi-Wan because he's like, you did this to me.
You did this. Yeah, I would be bad too. That's why I was like, I ain't mad at y'all. Go ahead.
That's why we love Darth Vader, because we understand the story. Same as Thanos. There's certain people understand why Thanos was the way he was. But so Obi-Wan finally gets to that point where Reva actually the lady in Dorne, and I did like her role in this. You know, I did appreciate her role in this. Really giving her something to do. I was not thinking she was going to make it a couple of times inside the facility, inside the camp, but she actually did. Yeah, and I thought it made her look like a boss in there. Like she was really able to handle her own, and I really appreciated that. But what did you guys think of the lady from Dorne, the Game of Thrones?
You go, Fina.
I'll go with you first.
Man, it's funny. I was watching Beverly Hills Cop the other day, and there was an episode, the first one, where Eddie Murphy goes into the warehouse and he flashes his badge, talking about he's an inspector, and he bamboozled the security into getting him all the information he needed. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with her. She's coming to not her territory, not her station, raiding this security guy, making him think his job's in jeopardy. And all he had to do was call a supervisor, like, yo, I got this chick down here. She says she's doing this. But that's that's why I didn't like the whole plan. It was very clunky for her to be like, I'm your supervisor, do what I say, get out my way.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, I feel you, but
what about you, Ollie?
I feel you, but I mean that shit works. I mean that shit works in real life. You hear stories and stuff, like, trust me, like nobody wants to be like, oh, word, that's what you want me to go get the Grand Inquisitor and like whatever. Like, and knowing the punishment is gonna be bad, brother. It's like, you know what I mean? Darth Vader's gonna be like, you ain't let Reva through, like start choking your ass or some shit. Like, like
we all know how Darth Vader is right now.
Yeah, I was like, nah, like if she the boss, yo, you don't go ahead. You might give some push.
One of the bosses, because there's another one that dressed just like her. So, yo, this is my
station.
Just
in general, I mean, if you work somewhere, like, I mean, like, you might give some pushback, like, nah, I can't do that. But for certain people that's above you, you can be like, yo, fuck it, go ahead.
Yeah, because like, she did outrank him.
She outranked him. Like, she was like, yo, you called me sir. She was like, what? She was like, what you doing? Call me sir. Like, all right, like,
those
trust
two
me.
words. You can call me sir, and I'm classified. I have classified information.
So do you know what that means?
You're supposed to know this.
I know. She was like, classified. You know what that means? Like, she hit him with like
that was great writing. I was like, oh shit, because I'd probably be like, okay, look, go ahead. I
was about to say that shit works in real life, yo. Act like you're supposed to be somewhere and got some authority. Like, I mean, that's how all the that's what calm men do. So I didn't mind. I mean, I think her character is pretty cool, yo. I mean, so she came in there, choked my man out in the back. He was like, I was like, all right.
Yeah, took down 2 stormtroopers.
Yeah.
She hit one with the hands.
Yeah, I was like, yo, stormtrooper, y'all armor is worthless. Like, you get shot with a blaster, you go down. Whatever, you got a whole helmet. She said,
the dude went dangling for like 15 seconds like this. I was like, yo, these stormtroopers are the worst, yo. But
man, they get the worst. Like Ollie said, they get the worst uniforms, yo. They carry blasters.
Right.
They get shot with blasters. There's a big ass hole in their armor, yo.
I was like,
it's useless, yo.
Ain't shit.
Yeah, like their armor is
aluminum foil, man.
Yeah. So speaking of stormtroopers, Obi-Wan just mauls quite a few stormtroopers in this episode. This is when we really start to see Obi-Wan wield his lightsaber the way he has in the prequels. So me personally, I was really excited to see how he introed his lightsaber, saving Leia in the dark. I thought that was so cool, just coming out with the lightsaber, hitting the one dude, the other dude looking around, can't see what's going on. He comes out like a thief in the night and slices the other guy down and saves Leia. So then, of course, they're going through the tunnel of the Inquisitorium, and more stormtroopers come out, and Obi-Wan is going at it. Old school Obi-Wan doing the blocking. Bam, 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 bam. I loved all of this. I mean, really, I loved every minute of even saving Leia, even to the point where he had to start using his force to hold that water and then push it towards him in order to get out.
Yeah, that was fire.
I thought that was great. So you guys tell me this whole scene on your thoughts of Obi-Wan trying to get out, fighting the stormtroopers, and using the force on that water. Well, Ollie, yo, go to you, because you say that was fire. Yo, what were your thoughts on all that?
No, the force of the water is fire. But see, this is, I ain't gonna lie, yo, this is why I thought this episode was kind of meh. Like I said, if you described it to me, like how you just described it to me, I was like, yo, that should be dope. Like, I like the idea, the concept. How old is Ewan McGregor, yo? Like,
he's in his 50s.
So he don't, like, they should have did some like speeding up or some shit.
Like, had a stunt double with a CGI.
Yeah, man. His like that's what I think. Honestly, that's because I was super excited to see the lightsaber come out. Actually, when he took out the first two, but you really ain't see much time. I was like, oh shit. But then once he started fighting out in the light, bro, like this dude was
He
like
looks slow as
they
fuck.
got Baby Yoda doing flips and doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen all types. I said Baby Yoda, but regular Yoda when he was fighting General. What's the General dude?
No, he was fighting. He was fighting Count Dooku.
Yeah, there you go.
The old guy.
The old guy.
Guy with the beard.
Yeah.
And he was fighting Darth Sidious at the very end.
Yeah, he was flipping around and shit. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if they could have Yoda doing that shit, Yoda's like 899 years old, yo. Like, come on, you and McGregor, yo. They should at least just speed. I blame that on Disney, yo. They should at least just speed up the tape a little bit, yo. We just don't play this shit at 1.5. Like, go ahead, get them like.
Speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, you ain't gotta go too crazy. Just a little bit, yo. Just let's hit 1.25. Like, let's just yo. But that's the only reason.
They did the opposite.
Yeah.
They slowed down the damn blaster beams. Yo, the blaster beams was coming slow as shit. He was like,
but
I was like, yo, this shit is horrible.
But that's
I loved it.
I was kind of disappointed in that. But him doing the force with the water joint when that cracked, I like that. That was fire though. It was like, and then when it came in, it's like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I fucks with it.
Go ahead, Phenom, since you was on that about what you thought about it.
I agree with Ali on that part. Him moving slow as shit. He looked old. Now I was chalking up to him still being hurt, but nah, yo, it's just more. But when he did when he stopped the water and closed it, it was fire. When you look back, he saw all the stormtroopers floating dead.
Oh, that was dope.
crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
That was, man. You know, I cannot disagree with what you guys are saying. I understand what you're saying. I didn't find any issue with it. And the reason why I didn't find issue with it is because in Yoda, yes, you're right. Yoda's mad fast, doing all the flips and tricks and all that stuff with the lightsaber. But Yoda is 800 years old. But the reason why Yoda is able to do that is because he is utilizing the Force at all that time.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever watch it, after he's finished, he's tired and he goes back to his cane and he picks his cane up and he's like, not you know, I mean, that's him, because at that moment when he's fighting, he's using all of his strength to use his force willing knowledge to help him be fast, to help him do all of that. So that's why he is the way he is. Ewan McGregor right now, Obi-Wan Kenobi, has not been using the Force. So I think this is strategically, he is going to be slower because this is his first time wielding that lightsaber and using the Force in 10 years. So he ain't going to come right out the gate like coming off the bench hot. He coming cold. So he got to warm them muscles up. He's got to warm up those Force muscles. So I expect, and honestly, I believe there's 2 seasons. I don't think they're telling us that. I believe there's 2 seasons. I guarantee you, the more and more we start seeing him wield the lightsaber and the more and more he gets comfortable with the Force, the faster and faster he's going to be. I think it's purposeful that he was kind of slow. So that's my tidbit of knowledge. But other than that, I enjoyed every minute of it. And that Force joint with the holding the water and the stormtroopers floating out the end. Oh, that was... Yeah. That was dope, man. That was dope. So let's get back, man. Elephant in the room. Darth Vader's back. Well, I'm sorry. Before Darth Vader comes back, Ewan McGregor and the lady from Dorne escape. Reva fucked up, as usual, letting her emotions get the best of her. They escape. Darth Vader comes in, and he's pissed, yo. What did y'all think about that whole scene with Darth Vader? Just seeing him again, getting all pissed, going after Reva. What did y'all feel about that? Oh, Phenom looked like he got something to say right now. So go ahead, Phenom.
I like Darth Vader. Make up your mind, yo. You want her to help you, or you don't want her to help you. You a bad manager right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably the only one that's really about that life that's on your team.
Right.
The other ones aren't looking for Obi-Wan like that. I mean, they'll do it if he instructs them to, but she has a passion for it. You know what I mean? So him like hurting her, harassing her, and you know, almost killing her, and then he's like, "Hold up, you all right though." You're all right. I ain't gonna kill you right now, but right. I see what you're doing. Like, yes, because she's put the little tracker in the little in Lola, the little
droid bot, which was smart. I ain't gonna front. That was very smart.
So she's thinking. So he needs like, yo, that's good shit right there. I'm glad I didn't kill you. He'd have been lost without it, yo.
Yeah. Phenom, I'm sorry, Ali, man. What about you with this whole Vader scene?
I mean, Vader, yo. I mean, I don't agree with his management style, but I guess it's effective. I mean, you know what it is. Once you go to work for him, you already know what it is. It ain't like it's like going to play for Bobby Knight back in the day, yo. Like you can't be mad you get screamed on. You already know what it is, yo. You work for Vader.
True.
It's a high chance of you getting choked out.
Yeah.
There's a high chance you'll be somewhere just like floating in the air, like, come on, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My boss,
yeah, I mean that's what
that really is what it is. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with what Vader did because that's how Vader is. That's how exactly how he is. That dude is no nonsense.
Yeah.
No, you are winning 100% of the time. Dude, you can win 99 times. You lose one time, choked out. I mean, that's how Vader is, yo.
Like you see movies where it's like, you know, somebody in the mob fuck up something, they beat him up, and he come up to the mob meeting with his arm broken, but he's still sitting at the table like, yeah, all right, I got you. I understand what time it is. That's exactly what he does, man.
Yeah, that's what Vader do, man. He it's fear, man. I mean, and he let everybody know I'm in charge. He ain't afraid to kill anybody. I mean, if you guys have seen it, man, in the I don't know if you watched the previous trilogy, but the original trilogy, he was killing everybody in management. There were people that were like on the lower end that were ascending to general because he had killed all the generals, or to admiral.
Yeah.
He never failed, man. He was quick to kill somebody if they had fucked up. So that's not uncommon. But I feel what you're saying. Reva clearly has a motive that's similar to Vader. Mm-hmm. So he should be utilizing that a little differently. But his management style is you either get it right or you're done. So that's really about it.
He told her, he's like, yo, I told you it was gonna happen.
He did tell her.
He's like, I told you it was gonna happen if you fucked up. And guess what?
Yeah.
It's happening
that's
right
exactly
now.
He came in there like somebody that got an F on a paper or something. What did I tell you? It was cool though. I think that's pretty much it, man. It really wasn't much else with this episode. Obi-Wan left. You see Dorn, and unfortunately, one of the pilots didn't make it. I think this is really the beginning of the rebellion. You could really kind of see this is the beginning of the rebellion.
Yeah, she hit him with the. I guess you're soldiers now, huh?
Guess you soldiers now. Yeah,
somebody died. I was like, what y'all think this is like fun and games out here? Like,
they thought there was a taxi trip, but they were just picking somebody up on a cab fare or something.
Yeah,
you need a ride? No, this is war, yo. You're going into a battle zone right here.
There's a good chance you don't die.
Yeah.
Oh, dude was mad happy. Like, hey, I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
Boom, right in the water, yo.
Yeah, didn't even think anything of it. Hey, I'm right behind you. Go ahead, I got you. Yeah. I'll catch you at dinner. One of them kind of things. Yeah, it wasn't like that. But other than that was pretty much really the gist of this episode. I really love this episode. You see the tracker on Lola, so we know where that's going. The Empire's coming right to that base. And Vader's going to be right there to fight Obi-Wan again, whether it's in episode 5 or 6. You guys' estimation, do you think he's going to fight Obi-Wan in 5 or 6?
I think they need to go ahead and drop Leia off back at her parents' house, like ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think she should be tagging along in the rebellion. You know what I mean? I think you saved her, get her home, get to the base, and hide out from Vader. That would be my plan, but it's not gonna go that way.
Yeah, I think she's going to ride this whole season out.
The whole series. She just,
I
mean, as far as I'm fighting, I mean, I would assume 6 is going to be the big showdown. So in the series off with a bang. I ain't gonna lie, these first 4 episodes went by quick though. I was like, damn, it's 4. It's only 2 left.
Yeah, it did. That's why I believe there is a second season. I almost feel like this is like Loki, where we never knew there was a second season until after the last episode, and all of a sudden they said, we'll see you season 2. I think they're going to do the same thing with Obi-Wan. There's no way this is the end of this series. There's just no way. There's too much story there. So
they didn't say this is a limited series. They just said...
They did say it was a limited series, but I think it's smoke and mirrors. I honestly really do. That's just my personal opinion because there's too much information. And we haven't seen Qui-Gon Jinn yet. They keep telling us about him. I mean, when are we going to see that guy, from Taken? I mean, where's Taken at? So, but either way. But anyway, I give this episode a solid 8. No more, no less. I think it was an episode of transition to the next fire scene. Ollie, what do you give this episode?
I give it like a 7.
7? Okay.
7.
All right.
7.
All right. Phenom, what about you?
6.7.
Ooh, you really gave it a low. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
were hard.
look, it's it's like with anything. Like you have a great episode, then the episode dips. The next one, you're like, oh man, it's like it's hard to live up. It's hard to follow that, yo. It's like being a good comic who tear down and you come up behind the comic and the crowd is leaving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's hard to rate episodes, but I guarantee if we were to watch this all at one little show, it would be dope. It would be dope once we finally see the finished product. But let's hope, cross our fingers, they land the plane. But other than that, hey everybody, thank you so much for catching us on this recap, this review of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 4. Man, this is a great series. I'm loving it so far. Right now, this series is a solid 8 for me, and it could really be a 9 if we get another battle with Vader and show Obi-Wan with a little bit more moves next time. But other than that, man, I'm really feeling this episode. Ollie, where is this episode? I'm sorry, you already said where it landed. We're going to end this episode right here. I'm sorry, you guys. It's late. I'm getting tired.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's all good.
My man's Corey Roy. That's Hollywood DA, Phenom 202, and we'll be right back at you right here on episode 5 review. Peace.
Yep.
You can get with that. You can get with this. Cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can